What's up, you guys? D Dot here, and as you guys all know, 2v2 is going on right now, or clan battles. And with that being said, I have a fun deck for you guys to try, and it's a Hog Freeze Mirror deck. And what you're trying to do with this deck, it's it's you and your clanmate should run this deck, but the only difference is one's gonna run Freeze and the other's gonna run Heal. And I'm running the Freeze variant. But essentially, what you two are trying to do is trying to get 4 hogs down. One's going to freeze and one's going to heal. And with 4 hogs on a single tower, we'll take it down fairly quick. So, one of the things that you have to worry about, though, in this game is Rocket. Or in 2v2. Rocket is probably the best spell in 2v2. And getting hit by a rocket when you have 4 hogs down is not a good thing for you. So one thing that you can do to alleviate that is to play 2 hogs at the optimal tile placement, which is the farthest tile next to the bridge, so it can pig push, and 2 towards the middle of the same lane, so those 2 hogs will jump over the river. That way it forces your opponent to think or to choose which 2 hogs or which pair of hogs that they want to hit. So that's one thing that you can do to kind of bypass that, but there's not so much you can do about that. But anyways, let's jump into some replays. And before we do, I hope you guys enjoy the deck. Hopefully you guys can try it out with you and your clanmates and whatnot. And if you guys do enjoy the deck, leave a like or comment or subscribe or whatnot. And that will let me know if you guys are enjoying my content. I'm able to try and get this out for you guys more often. I'm actually recording in my car, by the way. So thank you guys, and enjoy the replays. Alright, you guys. So, in this deck, we're running double hog. My clanmate is running hog and mirror as well. And I'm running the freeze variant, and David is running the heal variant. So, what we're trying to do here is get 4 hogs down. We're trying to freeze whenever the opportunity arises to, and heal at the same time. And the way to do this, at least at the first 2 minutes of the match, is you want to defend as minimal as possible. That way you're not spending so much elixir on defense. Otherwise, you won't be able to pull off this combo on offense. So, take some damage when you need to for a single tower, because you'll be able to take that tower down fairly easily if done correctly. So as you can see here, we established that we're going to do the thumbs up, use the thumbs up before we send all 4 hogs down. And as you can see, that tower goes down fairly quick. As you can see that David actually used the heal, and I froze as soon as they overcommitted dropping all those troops. And that was an easy 3 crown right there, simply because those well-timed spells, that's what's going to be really key to be able to do that. And so 3 crown to us, and shout out to my clanmate David for the other side of the deck. Alright, you guys, so next replay, I wanted to take this deck out and try using it with another type of deck. So this one here, I'm pairing it with a Zap Bait deck with Brandino's Zap Bait deck. So first off, since this is a different type of deck that I'm pairing up with, I have to feel out what he's trying to do, and I have to play accordingly, simply because I'm running a support deck, not necessarily a main win condition deck with like a traditional tank or whatnot. So that's will come when he dropped the miner with Gob Barrel. I had the freeze down just in case to see if I had that opportunity to do so, and which I did, but I got a little greedy and they actually had log in their hand, so that was -4 for me. So we're gonna reset here. In case you guys didn't know, if you hold down their name, you're able to see the cards that they have in their hand, and you can kind of get an idea of where they are or how much elixir that they have. Simply because if you know the cost of the cards, then you can know, like, okay, if they're almost at 4 elixir, then say the Hog Rider in my hand will show up if I almost have 4. So, perfect example right here as for Rocket, how well it is in 2v2. As Rocket, if you use it on a balloon, it will have it down to a sliver of health to where you just need a few extra damages to take it down. So, our opponent dropped 3 muskies into a single lane, seeing as they expected that Rocket was out of my rotation. So, what I was able to do here is that before the 3 muskies actually target to the tower, I froze and then dropped Ice Golem to have them retarget to the Ice Golem. And well played by my clanmate, dropped down the minion horde to clean that up. And seeing as how it's a close game right now, it's a pretty good chance that we're going into overtime with both towers very low at health. So I was about to drop 2 hogs down on the other side of the lane, but they played giant at the bridge and they tried to pressure us with that. So right now we're just trying to defend, and now we're going to trade towers right now going into overtime. So now we're going to try to hit the second tower, but for Zap Bait decks, it's a little difficult to do so simply because they are 1-0 victories traditionally. So I have to play the best that I can with the spells and have the Hog tank or Ice Golem if I need to. I tried to freeze. It wasn't a very good freeze. Now we're anticipating the counter push. So they drop Giant. My clanmate and I are able to pull the Giant to the other side of the lane, but they were hiding Graveyard the entire time. So my clanmate dropped Skeleton Army to help out to defend against that Graveyard. There's a balloon up on our tower, but we're not too worried about that simply because our tower can tank at least 1 shot from that. We're trying to go in for the counter push right here. I'm waiting to drop down freeze, and my hog was able to get 2 shots in with the sliver of health. And as again, now we're anticipating their counter push right now, and they drop balloon at the bridge and Graveyard as well. So now, as things are getting pretty hectic, cards are just being dropped, and we're able to actually stop that balloon from hitting the tower. However, we're down to 3 digits on our towers. As they dropped 3 muskies, though, I was able to get freeze off so close before, and that was actually clutch to be able to take that tower. So a 2-1 victory, and good job Brandino on that match. Very good match. So now, guys, let's move on to the next one. Alright, you guys, so running the same deck, same with Brandino as well. So starting hand, I see Furnace, Rocket, and Freeze. They immediately drop E-Barbs at the bridge and with Lumberjack in the back. So our opponents are dropping a lot of troops at the bridge, being very aggressive. And I played Ice Golem to try and tank some hits, and I actually mirrored my Ice Golem. That was a misplay on my part. I should have waited at least 1 more second, so that way the wizard would have walked into tower range. So we respond with a minor Gob Barrel and Gob Gang, but they use Zap and E-Wiz, so I actually went in with Freeze. And it actually paid off since their other clanmate did not have Log. So not too afraid of this counter push that's going on here. We both are running Logs, so that cleans that up right there. Have Furnace down on the board, and we're up on tower damage. So they hit us with a random rocket which was -6 on their part. And our opponents are playing very aggressive right now. So all we have to do right here is defend and start pressuring the other lane, so he gets some damage when into that second tower. So Brandino throws a God Barrel, and it appears that they don't respond to it. So I hit 10 elixir, and I'm dropping 2 hogs in the opposite lane. They respond with the E-Wiz. I was hovering freeze because I didn't have enough elixir yet, but I'm glad that I didn't play it after the fact because it would have been the wrong play to make. I hovered log, and they dropped princess at the last second, so I actually got insane value from that. So Brandino responds with a mining minion horde, and I drop ice golem at the last second just so I can start tanking before the miner. Then they used freeze and actually responded with freeze, which was actually a clutch move on my part, because if you and your opponent are both playing freeze, you want to be the second person that drops freeze. So that way, since yours will end second before theirs. So very important thing to note about that. So as time's ticking down, we realize that we're very close to getting the 3 crowns. So we start going all in right here. I drop freeze, I drop hog rider, and Brandino drops miner to clean it up. And that's a good game to our opponent for a 3 crown victory. So shout out to Brandino. Good game, well played on your part. And let's jump into the last replay of this video. Alright guys, so checking out my clanmates deck. It's a E-Barb, Hog, 3 Musketeer with an Eye Dragon. So with my opening starting hand, I have Hog Rider, he has Hog Rider, so we're dropping both Hogs down at the tower. So they immediately respond with E-Barbs and just a lot of troops. I get the freeze down, and he actually hits with the Fireball. So good damage in at the beginning. We did not overextend too much. So now we have to worry about this golem coming down the other lane. We'll clean up on the other side. And since he's running Eye Dragon, at least it's we have some type of Inferno Tower damage. Eye Dragon does about half the amount of damage as a regular Inferno Tower. The trade-off is it's an actual flying troop. So my clanmate drops E-Barbs at the bridge. I was about to freeze, but they responded with E-Barbs of their own plus Skarmy, so I let that go. I used the hog to jump over the river to at least distract the E-Barbs while my clanmate cleans that up. That's the only reason why I dropped it, not for damage or anything like that. So we're kind of resetting here. Checking what my clanmate has as well, as he opts to drop 3 Musketeers in the back. I have to cycle. He dropped 2 Elixir Skeletons in cycle, and a little funny. So 3 Musketeers split in the back as they're going with the Golem. I drop Ice Golem right here. I should have waited a little bit longer. Normally, players are going to use the spells on 3 Musketeers when they cross the side of the tower. However, I was already at 10 elixir, so not the end of the world. So now we have to address this golem that's coming down on this side, and Spartan responds with Eye Dragon. So we both zap, and looking at the tower damage, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to go down to a 2 crown victory. So I drop Ice Golem, I drop the Hog Rider as well. Spartan drops E-Barbs behind that. I pre-log because I know that Skarmy's coming since they dropped it the first time. I got the clutch freeze, and Hog Rider gets a lot of damage on the tower. Spartan fireballs, and I hit with the clutch, mirrored freeze, and that actually got the E-Barbs to the tower. The only time you're going to see mirror freeze actually work is in 2v2, because when your opponent knows that they have freeze in their hand, they're expecting freeze. But if you mirror freeze after when you use freeze the first time, that's something that you're only going to see in 2v2, like I said before, and it's something that they're not anticipating. So as the time runs out right now, it's going to be a 2-0 victory. So good game to our opponents, and shout out to Spartan. Good game and well played on those parts. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.